Hey, boys. Good morning. How are we doing today?
Great.
Yeah, fine. It's the best day ever, huh?
Hey, there you go.
Best
Best
day
day ever, because we're here.
That's exactly right. Good to see everyone online today. Sorry, had a little bit of issue last week, but we're back. We should be going live and strong. Kevin, you're on vacation next 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. So, we're kind of like bouncing all over the place here, aren't we, for a while? But yes, I think I've mentioned before, my daughter lives in Spain, and we haven't seen her since like Christmas time. So we're gonna take a trip over there, and I was hoping I could kind of jump on and do the show from there, but I figured out that I think we're traveling. They're going to do weekend trips from her hometown, but maybe I'll come on and make a cameo appearance or whatever with whatever Chris has planned. So,
well, we'd love to see
be a disruptor.
Yeah, that'd be great. And we've got a new guest, Mirko. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Mirko. I'm working for a governance company. We're doing all the Microsoft governance stuff. It's called Solution to Share. And I'm happy to hear. I'm also, sometimes you find me also on a live stream on LinkedIn on data and analytics. So yeah, you know it, Chris. You was my guest. And yeah, I am happy to hear today to hear and share the topic data governance with the people.
Well, this is a fantastic one. Now we've got like wall-to-wall content that we're going here, so chat is going to be heavy today. So Mirko, we're going to have you kick this puppy off and just jump right into it. It is in the US, it's a 3-day weekend, so I want to hear from everyone what your plans are for this weekend, and why is it not the new World of Warcraft expansion that just launched? So that's what I want to hear from everybody. Do keep in mind, we have a few things that are out there. Please make sure if you have questions, kick them off and start them with a Q. We'll be answering them in chat most likely because Mirko's got a lot going on here. So Kevin and I will mostly be moderators while Mirko runs through all this great stuff. And then please don't spam or repeat questions. You know, that stuff makes it a challenge. But you can find Kevin and I on LinkedIn and X. Mirko, where can people find you?
Yeah, also best it's LinkedIn. I have also Twitter. Yeah, I think I have it. and also I have a YouTube channel, but LinkedIn it's the best way.
Okay, awesome. And do the YouTube thing, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Share it with people. It really helps. And you know what? We're just going to do a plug for our best day ever t-shirt. Please remember, it is low quality. It costs quite a bit of money, and it will take you a long time for you to get there. But when you get it, you will have the best day ever. So, you know, you kind of got that going for it. You know, if you look at that, like, you know, what you pay for, like, you know, prescriptions and stuff like that, it's a great deal, you know?
All right. Now, if we're going to compare it to medication, then it is a great deal, right?
Yeah.
You can pay a lot of money to use it over and over again.
Right.
All right. Let's jump at it. Like I said, we got a ton of content today, so
let's go.
Yeah, welcome. It's my presentation. I have going to Greek and look at the old video archives, what we found about Kratos and his challenges to become a data governance champion. And yeah, that's the topic today. Here I have talk about me. I think we can skip it for this now. And yeah, we have the first
Remember how
video.
Kratos fought the regenerating Hydra heads? Just like that, businesses face the monster of data proliferation. It's a battle we must win. Data, if unchecked, can multiply like the Hydra's heads. Without control, it spirals into chaos. How can we keep it in check? Duplicated data is the enemy. It grows, it spreads, and it overwhelms. We must be vigilant. We must manage our data sources. Imagine opening a folder and finding 10 copies of the same file. Frustrating, right? Now picture that on a massive scale. That's why data governance is vital. Our challenge is clear. Tame the data beast. Prevent it from multiplying uncontrollably. This isn't just a task, it's a necessity for survival. Just as Kratos had his weapons, we have our tools. Use them wisely to slay the Hydra of data duplication. Stay sharp and proactive. Every duplicate file is a potential disaster. It clutters, it confuses, and it costs time. Why let it grow? Stop it at the source. Think of data like a river. Without proper channels, it floods and wreaks havoc. Direct it correctly, and it becomes a powerful asset. Our mission is to conquer data duplication. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. Stay ahead, stay vigilant, and keep your data clean.
Yeah, thank you for the first video. Yeah, and today we will discuss some key strategies to manage prevent data duplication with your systems. So let's dive into the main points. First, it's critical to identify and reduce to identify first, to identify redundant data sources. We need to reorganize where duplicate data ordinates with your organization. By pinpointing these sources, we can prevent unnecessary data growth and ensure our systems. Second, we should implement regular data cleansing practices. It's too hot today. It's essential to constantly clean and update your data to remove any duplicates and maintain accuracy. This not only enhances the quality of your data, but also improves the efficiency of the data. Third, we must establish clear data ownership, assigning to responsibility for specific data sources, allow us to better control and monitor data proliferation. When we ever knows who owns that, it's easier to manage the maintenance of our data integrity. Finally, let's talk about the automation tools. And here it's first must say, don't make the same issue. I do everything. I buy first the tool and then I look how I can use it. First the other stuff. So leaving automation can greatly assist in detecting and eliminating duplicate data efficiently. These tools help us maintain clean, accurate data with minimal manual intervention. So we have
Well, Mirko, that's a really good point. And I like the image of a Hydra across all these different areas. Because if you're not constantly battling it down, you're gonna they're just gonna keep cropping up, right? So it's a constant battle. You're never done, right?
Yeah. It's like I think we have shit in, shit out, and with AI it get faster, but I think normally it gets also damn expensive. Huh?
Ain't that the truth?
And so spend some time there and some money in a tool like PureView, Colibra, or something. Mm-hmm. You will significantly reduce your cost in all the data storage, data warehousing, data one lake, and so on. Yeah, this helps really.
Yeah, because with everything coming up, I mean, as you move the fabric, you got, like you're saying, kind of the time that could actually even get worse. So yeah, you got to continue to battle it. Great introduction. All right.
Yeah. Okay, next we have the overcoming the Minotaur of data silos.
Kratos strides through a maze facing the Minotaur. This beast stands for isolated data. Ever felt stuck like that? Data silos are like mazes, trapping information. Picture departments holding on to data, not sharing. Kratos shows us another way. Break barriers and let your data flow. Don't let it get trapped. Every piece of data has value. When it's stuck in silos, it can't help anyone. Imagine the Minotaur guarding it. Free your data. Let it serve everyone. Ever faced a data roadblock? Kratos did too, but he conquered it. Take charge, break the walls, and let your data roam free. Make it work for you. Why keep your data confined? Kratos didn't. He faced the Minotaur head-on. Your data should be just as free, accessible to all who need it. Think about it. Data should move freely. Kratos showed us how. Don't let silos stop your team. Share information and watch your success grow. Kratos knew the power of breaking free. So should your data. Isolated data can't help. Break the chains, let it breathe, and fuel your entire team. Ever wished your data was more useful? Kratos found a way. By defeating the Minotaur, he showed us that data should flow freely. Make it happen. Kratos conquered the labyrinth and freed the data. Your turn to break the silos. Release your data, let it shine, and boost your organization's power.
Yeah. Genau. That's yeah. I think it's often we have not one Minotaur, we have a lot of them in companies. So every department will find someone. But to enhance data integration and sharing across your organization, it's essential to focus on promoting cross-departmental collaborations. Encouraging open communication between departments ensures that the data is shared and integrated efficiently. So, yeah, this approach helps to break down silos and create more comprehensive data environment. I think another, sorry,
That's good. That's good.
back, yeah.
So when you were playing that, I got this.
Hang on. Sorry.
I got this vision of the siloed data, like kind of sad, almost crying on its own, that it couldn't be shared and give value to others. So that was
Yes,
go ahead with your points again.
And often I think it's not only the data silo, so you don't know that it's a data silo. So you often have navigate to this labyrinth to departments, and you see, oh, they have this tool and they have this tool, and sometimes I don't know if they have these tools.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah, and I think another critical strategy involves implementing unified data platform. By adopting centralized systems, we enable access to data across the entire organization. This ensures that everyone is working with constant information, which improves both decision-making, efficiency. Standardizing data formats is also very vital topic for me. Ensuring that data is standardized format across the organizations, facilitate same sharing and integration. So I often see, I don't know what date formats, or it's so often that it's I think that's a good solution from Microsoft Fabric, but the time before it was very hard. And yeah, consist data is easier to merge, analyze, and utilize across the various departments in the company. So I think that's a topic.
Yeah, I really kind of, I anchor on your last point, right? The encourage a culture, right? The culture of openness. That is such a wonderful thing, because that breaks down these silos, right? If people are open and willing to share, and understanding that it's not just them that's going to get ahead, it's the whole company that gets ahead. I think sometimes silos are built because people are trying to, especially if you got a political company trying to outmaneuver others, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
And you make a good point that it's not based on need, right? If you need it, you should have access to it.
Yeah, I like that during the video, right? Because you can't just share with everybody. Can't see everything, right? I mean, we can't show everybody's salary to everybody else, and let that be wide open in the company. But if you need it, then prove the need and justify it and get it. So
yeah, and it's so important to get the gatekeepers involved in this process. And yeah, it's all people say change management, but start. From my perspective, when I'm the stakeholder, I don't like change. I will change at the company, but I don't like to change or give. That's often the problem, I think. But okay, I jumped at the next. We have some videos left.
Hey.
Picture Kratos on a ship, plugging his ears to block out the sirens. Just like the sirens, poor data quality can steer your business into dangerous waters. Kratos knows how to navigate these treacherous seas. He sticks to strict data quality standards to avoid the perils that bad data brings. Why is this so important? Because poor data can mislead your decisions, much like the sirens lure sailors to their doom. Think about it. One wrong move due to bad data can cost you. Kratos shows us the way to stay safe and make smart choices. The siren's song is tempting, but Kratos resists. Likewise, always question data quality before making any big decision. Kratos teaches us a vital lesson. Good data quality is your ship's compass, guiding you through murky waters to clear and safe paths. Feeling the urgency yet? Your business's success depends on steering clear of poor data, just as Kratos avoids the sirens. Every decision counts. Follow Kratos' example by rigorously maintaining high data standards and sail smoothly toward your goals. Remember, a vigilant approach to data quality can save your business from potential pitfalls. Just like Kratos, steer wisely and succeed.
Yeah. We have to defeating the variance of pure data quality. I hear this thing so often in the companies.
And Mirko, this is. Hold on. I forgot. So this is really important, and it is truly true. If you don't have good data quality, your platforms, your reports, those are going to fail. That's just going to, like, users aren't going to use them. They're not going to trust. Well, they're not going to trust them. Then they're not going to use them, and then you've got a huge problem on your hands, because if they're not using your data and your reports, what are you doing there, right? Like, you're going to run into budgetary issues, funding, or you might even get canned, right?
Right.
Like, this is a big challenge, and so always keeping your eye on data quality and making sure that you continuously slay that beast and navigate that storm is super important.
So I think it's not the best quote I have, but for company it's okay, because I'm a Red Bull drinker normally. But I say often it's like coffee. Yeah, data is only good when it's fresh and it's well brewed. Yeah, so
That's a good line. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think to start we need to establish quality standards. That's so important thing. I think of it setting the gold standard for your data, like deciding how much cream and sugar you need for your perfect cup. We have got defined to enforce benchmark, accuracy, completeness, reliability. So your data always, it's top notch. But wait. Sorry. There's more. No? It's not like this. It's just like you won't let your coffee pot sit unclean for months. Yeah, we need to conduct regular data audits, periodic clean up, and just that data meets those quality standards. And we work so hard to brew up. It's like making sure your coffee is turned into mud. Nobody wants that. Of course, even the best beans need the right barista. That's where training stuff on data entry best practice come in. Well, we'll educate our employees on that importance of accurate data entry, reminding them that poor data quality is like spitting in your coffee, messy and avoidable. No one wanted. That's my coffee quote I can give to to poor data quality.
I'd like it because even if the barista is putting the little flour on top, right? It's the beans and the other stuff underneath it really that matters, right? You got to brew it correctly. You could add that little, dressing on top of it or the pitcher on top of it, but it doesn't mean anything if you take that first sip and you need to spit it out, right? So, great analogy.
I think, with good beans, everyone can make a good coffee. But with foolish old beans, there you can have the best barista in you can find in the world. I don't think the coffee it's tasty. Yeah. So
awesome. All right.
Monstrous challenge. Unstructured data is just like that Cyclops. It's powerful but chaotic, hard to control. Kratos' battle with the Cyclops isn't just a fight. It's a struggle to bring order to chaos. Imagine unstructured data as the Cyclops. The Cyclops swings wildly, just like unstructured data can overwhelm you. But Kratos knows strategy is key to taming the beast. Kratos dodges the Cyclops' blows. It's like managing unstructured data. You need agility and precision to handle its unpredictability. The Cyclops roars, shaking the ground. Unstructured data can feel just as daunting. You must face it with a plan like Kratos does. Kratos strikes back with his blades. It's all about finding the right tools to manage unstructured data, cutting through the chaos. Kratos climbs the Cyclops, getting a better view. Sometimes you need a new perspective to handle your data challenges. The Cyclops tries to shake Kratos off. Unstructured data resists control, but persistence and the right approach can tame it. Kratos spots the Cyclops' weak point. Identifying key data points can turn the tide in managing unstructured data. Kratos strikes the Cyclops' weak spot. Targeted strategies make the chaos of unstructured data manageable. The Cyclops falls, defeated. With the right approach, unstructured data isn't so terrifying. You can conquer it. Kratos stands victorious over the fallen Cyclops. Success in data management comes from understanding and strategy. The battle with the Cyclops was fierce but necessary. Tackling unstructured data may be tough, but it's crucial. Kratos looks ahead, ready for the next challenge. Managing unstructured data prepares you for future battles. Like Kratos, you can master the chaos. Unstructured data is a beast, but with strategy and tools, it's conquerable.
Yeah. Okay. First, a safety warning. So please don't put all your weapons. Don't take it to your work. So it's that's my safety warning. But all right. Yeah. Let's talk about unstructured data. It's wild, untamed beast of the data world. But don't worry. We are here to tame it. First up, we need to classify unstructured data. Imagine we are sorting through a massive pile of puzzle pieces. Some pieces are valuable and some might be fluff, but categorizing this unstructured data we can better understand its potential value and, of course, the risks that come with it. It's all about finding the concepts and edge first to see the big picture. And next, let's implement data management solutions. Think of these as a lasso for your wild data. These tools help us organize and search unstructured data efficiently, turning the chaos into something we can actually work with, like turning jungle into neatly print garden. And now let's focus on the good stuff. We can start with pricing high value data. We don't need to structure every single bit of a data, just the pieces that offer the most value on your organization. It's like finding the best gems in a treasure hunt. We don't have to keep every rock, just ones that shine, and we take the brightest. Finally, the big final, we can say, it's integrates unstructured data with the structured data. This is where the magic happens. I think that's what Kratos will say often. It is live streams. Yeah, that's magic happen. By finding ways to incorporate unstructured data into your overall data strategy, we turn that wild beast into a loyal companion working hand in hand with this structured data, to give us a complete, powerful picture. So by classifying, management, prioritizing, and integration, we'll turn unstructured data from a chaotic jungle into a well-organized, productive force that works for us, not against us. So, yeah.
Nice.
It's my key points. Good.
It's doing great. I mean, your points are just so on point that it doesn't really need much more clarification. It's great. I love the analogies. What do you think one of the what's an example of unstructured data that's really hard to kind of get into to take it through this that you're recommending?
It's like I work in an education company, and all the test data and all this paper stuff. Sometimes it's all this written content. Also, I see it often on this hiring videos. They're often so different, and you have not. This was often a problem in my case, but I think you can go to every department, and everyone find a good piece of a bad example for unstructured data.
Yeah, no, those were good ones.
Okay, then next.
Is his shield, reflecting Medusa's deadly stare. Like a data breach, her gaze can cause havoc. This moment shows the need for strong privacy measures. Medusa's gaze symbolizes the danger of data breaches. Kratos blocking it with his shield highlights the importance of protecting sensitive information. Imagine Medusa's eyes as threats to your data. Kratos uses his shield to show how vital it is to safeguard personal information from such dangers. Kratos' shield reflects Medusa's petrifying eyes, much like strong privacy measures protect against data breaches. It's a powerful reminder to stay vigilant. In the face of Medusa, Kratos' shield becomes a symbol of security. Just like that, we need robust measures to protect our sensitive information. Kratos stands firm, his shield blocking Medusa's stare. This act of defense underscores the crucial need for strong privacy measures to maintain trust.
So we jump into the points. Let's get serious about data privacy. Or best is I'm a German guy, so we are the data privacy guys. I think no one in the world it's like us. We have for all rules, and on data privacy it's so hard. First, implementing a strong access control. Only the right people should have access to sensitive data. Think of it like looking to the cookie jar and only give the key to those who have earned it. Next, regular update privacy policies. It's so important. I hate it. I do it a lot of automation. I pay for this. Just like fashion privacy. Regular change, we need to keep our policies fresh and line with the latest trends and best practice. And don't forget to encrypt sensitive data.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever it's on the move or sitting still, encryption is like racking up your data in a secured, unbreakable vault. It's not the right game, Kratos, but the Vault company we know, Vault-Tec. And lastly, conduct privacy impact assessment. So regular check how your data processing affects individual privacy. It's like looking both ways before crossing the roads. By looking down access, staying updated, encrypted data, and evaluating your impact, we can keep our data safe. And
So
but this is exactly right. And as we're moving more and more data into the cloud, being aware of like exactly how you can get in and protect that data so that you can comply with all these laws is very difficult and challenging, but it's something that we're going to have to take on and do if we're going to be continuing to work in this space. So as some things get easier, other challenges arise.
Yeah. Do you see a regular cadence that works, for the review process for updating the policy? Because I think some people see it overwhelming, but they try to say, let's do it every month, or I'm kind of thinking, maybe once a quarter or something like that, so it's not overwhelming. But is that too long? What have you seen in your experience?
I see so many bad things, and it's also we have this high GDPR. It's sometimes it could be very expensive, but the companies here say I get to pay, I don't know, they say 1 person from company or 10 million. So normally it's like 200 euros. So a lot of companies don't see it really. They don't make it because the policymakers don't make it happen. I think that's a problem. But the other thing is when they get really hacked, and there's we have a lot of attacks from like states like China and Russia. Then they get really unhappy. So it's better think before it's too late. Huh?
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, okay, now we battling the syllabus of complex regulations.
Kratos faces Cerberus, the three-headed beast. Each head symbolizes a regulatory challenge: GDPR, high pay, and CCPA. The stakes are high and the battle begins. Imagine a battle where each move matters. Kratos fights fiercely, knowing one misstep with these regulations could cost him dearly. This is a fight for survival. Every head of Cerberus snaps at Kratos, representing a regulation's bite. He blocks and strikes back, understanding each rule's importance and complexity. Kratos' eyes burn with focus. He knows that to conquer Cerberus, he must master each regulation. His sword swings with precision and purpose. The battle intensifies. Kratos uses all his strength and knowledge to navigate the regulatory maze. Each victory over a head is a step towards triumph. With a final powerful strike, Kratos subdues Cerberus. The message is clear. Mastering regulations is essential to avoid the high cost of failure.
Yeah, and here's something I love so much on Microsoft. It's like here in Germany or in Europe, we have this services help us to get all this to stay all this regulation stuff before we can start a project. We have all done a lot of regulatory stuff to all different kinds of I don't know of policy makers and so on, and then we have this you never will start a data project in Germany So, it's on Europe. It's not fun. It's not fun. So, but yeah, when we talk about compliance,
you're spot on though. That by being in the Microsoft platform, they have tools and capabilities that help you manage it broadly across it instead of you having to integrate different solutions into different offerings, each different offering that you have. So that does make it much easier to stay compliant in those areas, right?
This is so one of the things there. I think also Google and Amazon have this also, but you get it's a little bit more expensive, but you get, when you spend a little bit money, you get your account manager, and you have teams for compliance, and that's don't Google. When you get an account manager, I never meet any account manager there that's have anything to do with this topic, and this is so good, and I like to pay for it because it's reduced so much complexity. So I love it. But first, we understand the regulations like GDPR and IPA. Now the rules, so we don't get caught off guard. I think there's so much more. I think it's no California Act and so on, and I have completely lost the overview of what there come. I feel
there's so many overlapping ones.
And they're coming so often. Came new rules. It's so hard. But I think it's important to integrate compliance into your data process right from the start. It's easier to build it than to build it later. Keep an eye on the horizon. So monitor regulatory changes to stay ahead of anything you could impact us. So I think it's very important. Finally, and the worst thing, it's that we have also good tools is documentation, everything. Good records of your compliance effort keep us it's good to keep us to get confident and also safe from a lot of angry stuff we can get.
The documentation seems essential, right? If you get audited or something comes back to you gotta show what you're doing, what you've done, how you're handling process and everything. Educate your people, right? So the documentation, the last bullet point, is just essential.
And no one I think no one like the documentation. But it's also it's on projects. No one like documentation. I don't know when I meet a guy who like doing documentations, I will he get a job with someone who say I will do more documentations. I'm here for documentations. This is my hero. This is really my hero.
That's a task we'll outsource to AI, right? We'll get AI to document everything for us.
That would be fantastic,
wouldn't it?
Hey, they're asking, where in Germany are you, Marco?
Stuttgart. It's like where Mercedes and Porsche comes from.
Oh, awesome. All right, what's next? You got 13 to get through here, and I don't want to miss them.
Hands at the edge of a
Turn it over.
Stone he places bridges. Kratos stands at the edge of a massive chasm. Each stone he places bridges the gap slowly but surely. This is a lot like moving your data safely. Data migration can feel like a dangerous journey. Just as Kratos carefully chooses his steps, you need to plan each move with precision. Why is careful planning crucial? One wrong step could lead to data loss or chaos. Kratos shows us the importance of each thoughtful action. Kratos doesn't rush. He places each stone deliberately. This is exactly how you should approach data migration, methodically and carefully. Imagine crossing that chasm without a plan. Terrifying, right? Kratos' deliberate actions ensure he gets to the other side without a hitch. Each stone Kratos places is like a piece of your data. When done right, every piece fits perfectly, ensuring your operations stay smooth. Don't risk your data falling into the abyss. Follow Kratos' lead. Place each stone with care and cross the chasm safely and successfully.
Yeah. So I think migration data is like moving to a new house. Yeah, planning is everything. Plan migration carefully.
You are spot on. I have been part of some colossally large data migrations that some have been like rapid, incredibly successful, and then some like really not. And like you look at the ones that are not successful, and like you wonder how they thought they were going to be able to do those things in those timelines with those resources, and all of the issues that they don't plan accordingly, they don't line up resources. I mean, there's so many things necessary to do that successfully, and it's shocking that people just jump in like, yeah, we'll do a migration. I'm sure it'll take like a week or two, right? Like, oh my god, no. We're not talking about and I think it comes down to like the difference between apps and data. Migrating an app means you've got an API or a URL or a UI that looks the same. Migrating data means you have to like intertwine and get all your integrations correct too. It's really, really hard to do that stuff, and it takes a lot of attention to detail. And I mean, if you try to do the math on how complex it is and how many potential things can go awry, like a Six Sigma like variance book would show you like there's nearly infinite variations of failure potentially in front of you. So you have to have this like real specific plan ahead of it. So this is spot on.
I think often it's like the stakeholders think, here are the data, take it and copy it there, and this is the work. And often they don't understand all those challenges in this process, because okay, when I'm not an experienced guy, I think there's data. I also can copy from, I don't know, my data from the hard disk to the cloud. So this is, I think, that's often a problem. And I think we have to communicate with the stakeholders to keep everyone in the loop, and it's also minimize the disruptions. And and also both tips I have, it's plan migration carefully, and and doing a roadmap for converting timelines and resources. It's also so important to have a good roadmap. I think when you have a bigger project like yours, okay, when you only have a 2-day project, I think it's not so important. And what I often also see is that the people don't testing. It's and I think it's so we have, every time we have this Microsoft development environment, and you get, I don't know, it's only, you can get a discount of 90%, I think, when you have also dev space.
Using the development, declaring things as development, you get a discount, right? So why not do it? Set up a development environment and test and ensure your quality. Definitely.
It's so important, and I think it's this is not so much more money. So you also have don't to stay all the time online. You only for testing, and then migrate, and you can put it down. And often the guys are so, I don't know, they don't want to pay for it. It's often a problem. It's hard to communicate why it's makes sense to have development.
It's sometimes kind of communicating or coming up with, what's this little incremental cost to send up a different environment, another environment to test it in, versus the cost of what's going to happen if something goes wrong, right? And it's hard to communicate that because it's like, what if something happens? And people are like, oh, it's not gonna, and they get this false sense of security and everything up until it does happen, and then all of a sudden they're like, I wish I would have done that development.
And now we temming the Pegasus of rapid data growth. So let's go in.
Hold on.
The scene captures rapid data growth, a challenge.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Kratos rides a mighty Pegasus soaring through the clouds. The scene captures rapid data growth, a challenge we all face today. Imagine mastering this wild Pegasus. Kratos shows us how, with the right tools, we can steer our growing data towards success. Data is like a stormy sky, but with Kratos' skill, we can navigate through it, turning chaos into clear opportunities. See the strength in Kratos' grip. It's not just about holding on, but directing the Pegasus. This is how we control our data flow. Kratos and Pegasus don't just fly, they conquer the skies. This power, with the right strategy, is within our grasp too. The Pegasus represents our data growth. But like Kratos, we can learn to ride it, harnessing every bit for our advantage. Watch as Kratos commands the Pegasus. With precision and confidence, he shows how we can manage our data, soaring to new heights.
As our data grows, your strategies must grow with it. It's so important. Scale data management practice to handle increased volumes without missing a beat. Set clear data orientation policies. Know when the people keep data and when to let it go.
Right. What? Double muted or unmuted. But this is a great point, and honestly, hang on. Let's get this in a better place. Where are we going here?
There we go.
Data retention. Let's talk about how important this is for people to think about now versus previously. Before, you bought a server and it had a hard drive, and maybe you had 100 gigs on that drive, 500 gigs, whatever it was, right? It had a fixed capacity that you were forced to manage and operate within those bounds. And so that was a component of your, if not daily life, a component of what you do and manage on a quarterly or annual basis at a minimum, right? We are moving into this cloud scale environment where, oh, whoops, I now have a petabyte of data, right? You need 50 gigs, you have a petabyte of data. Well, a petabyte of data is when you start to actually see those data charges start to come to roost and go, oh, this is a problem. Keeping your data clean and just keeping what you need is an incredibly important thing to start with as early in your process, just to make sure that it doesn't get out of hand and out of control. This is a great call out.
Yeah, I think it's also a problem. A lot of people in the leadership are like data messies. They collect and collect and collect, and they don't like to. I have pay for it. I don't will give it away. I think that's a problem. It's
So just because you have a theoretical unbounded limit, right? You can just grow and grow and grow, and you still got to put a strategy in place for just that, as if you had a limit, right? The hard drive that Chris mentioned and everything. I think, Chris, you did a great job putting that together.
Yeah, I like this. On Microsoft, I like this paquet style. You see what the changes, and only the changes will upload. That's also I see often. It's like, I don't know. They have big zip files and they change. I don't know, one Word doc, and they upload this again, all the same files with, I don't know, a gigabit and this all the time, and all I don't know how often this happens, and it's cost a lot of it's expensive, and the people, but you don't have this. You don't. I don't know because okay, you can upload and then you don't see it. It's only 1 cent more, I think. Yeah, but you have 100,000 people. They do it 100 times per day. Yeah, it's a lot of cost today, every day more. So that's what the people don't understand. That's it's I think it's also a part of data culture
and you mentioned that during the beginning time, right? Is kind of the triangle, right? The data culture, the literacy, and the governance, right? All playing together. So we got more though, right?
Yeah, we have the next.
Let's get going. We got 10 minutes. So
yeah.
Okay, I
turn it over.
Kratos stands tall on his ship, eyes sharp. He faces the sirens, each one singing a different bias. Confirmation bias, selection bias. Can he navigate past them? Data bias can mislead, just like the siren's song. Kratos shows us that recognizing these biases is crucial. It's the key to fair and accurate decisions. The siren's songs grow louder, trying to lure him. But Kratos stays alert. He knows that falling for these biases can lead to bad decisions. Kratos' vigilance pays off. By staying aware of biases, he ensures his decisions are based on facts, not misleading songs. He sets an example for us. Every siren represents a different bias. Kratos navigates through them, showing us the dangers of ignoring these biases in our data-driven world. Kratos' journey reminds us of the importance of being aware of biases. It's not just about avoiding the sirens, it's about ensuring our decisions are just and objective. Stay like Kratos. Recognize the biases, navigate through them, make decisions based on clear, unbiased data. That's how you win against misleading information.
Yeah, so here I can say it's that's one really good thing that helps a lot to prevent us from bias. It's like AI, because it's make bias so fast happen to become a shit to get shitty that the people really starts to look at bias. I love this topic. I can it's so that's so interesting, and there's a lot of bias, and there's so good work around it, and you often found that I think I have my first job. I have lost on bias. I worked for 22 years. Yeah, I worked for the military, for the German military, and we have built an AI. That's not called AI at this time. A virtual avatar for recruiting new conscripts, and you can ask this bot and sometimes after it was trained, it says who attacked Germany as next, and it's answered Poland. So the complete IT team have lost the job at the German military, so they don't find it so funny.
Interesting. Let's cover some of these points real quick. It is the coloring on this slide's a little hard to read, but I could see. So identify commonalities. Is that it? Right.
Identify common bias.
Bias. Okay.
Understand the type of bias that can affect data analysis. Yeah.
Okay.
So
and then use diverse data sources, right?
Incorporate. This is really hard to read.
Yeah. So we could just kind of cover the points real quick, so everybody kind of gets it, right? The first couple words.
Right, and data sources to minimize bias, and then we have apply rigorous analysis techniques, use methodologies that reduce the risk of bias in the data analysis.
Okay.
And last, we have regulatory review data, practice continuous, elevate your data to practices to enter the remaining objective and unbiases. So, yeah. Okay.
Understanding
I
and
think
finding by. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, I was going to say, I think it's important to be aware of all potential biases and be conscious that you should be looking for gaps or holes, and do that on a regular basis to come and go like, hang on, are we looking at this from a different angle, or how can we look at this differently? That's a great call out.
Yeah.
All right, we got 4 more minutes. How many more do we got?
Yeah, okay, I run through it.
Okay, hang on.
Facing a gigantic kraken, each tentacle labeled social media, IoT data, and more. The beast lunges, representing data overload. Tentacles whip through the air, overwhelming and chaotic. Kratos readies his weapons, symbolizing our need to filter the endless stream of information. With a mighty roar, Kratos battles the kraken, slicing through the tentacles. Each cut represents the crucial act of prioritizing essential data. Kratos' struggle shows the constant fight against being buried under mountains of data. His focus and determination are key to managing the chaos. The kraken thrashes violently, but Kratos remains undeterred. He knows ignoring the data beast isn't an option. We must confront it head-on. As the kraken weakens, Kratos delivers a final, powerful strike. This victory is a reminder. We must actively manage our data to prevent overload. Kratos stands victorious over the fallen kraken. His triumph teaches us that with the right tools and focus, we can conquer even the most daunting data challenges.
Yeah, so I'll make it a little bit faster. So let's keep your data clean and manageable. Filter data to focus on what, truly relevant, avoiding information overload. Automate data management tasks to handle the routine work, freeing up time, resources. Yeah, and remember, avoiding data hoarding, regular review, delete anything that's no longer useful. And,
Kratos stands at the helm, facing Scylla and Charybdis. These two monsters symbolize the ethical dilemmas in using data. The stakes couldn't be higher. With every oar stroke, Kratos shows us the danger of misusing data. He navigates carefully, reminding us that every decision carries weight. Kratos battles fierce waves, balancing on a thin line. This journey teaches the crucial balance between pushing innovation and ethical responsibility. Scylla's head snaps close, but Kratos stays calm. It's a fight for right versus wrong, showing how careful choices in data can save us from harm. Charybdis' whirlpool threatens to pull them under. Kratos' focus shows how we must steer clear of pitfalls in data usage, keeping ethics in sight. Kratos' journey is a tale of wisdom. Each move he makes underscores the need to use data for good, ensuring it benefits society, not just a few. His victorious passage past Scylla and Charybdis is a lesson. It's a call to action. Navigate your data decisions with care, ethics, and skill.
I think ethics should always guide your data practices. That's really important. And define clear and ethical guidelines, balance innovation with responsibility, engage with the stakeholders, and don't forget to continuously review and update ethical standards as technologies and practice evolve. And I think that's so far.
Kratos stands firm, staring down the Chimera. This beast, with its many parts, captures the struggle of uniting diverse data. Can Kratos overcome it? The Chimera roars, its lion head, goat body, and serpent tail thrashing. Each part represents a different data source. Kratos grips his blades tightly. As Kratos charges, the Chimera strikes. It's a fierce battle, each blow symbolizing the clash of incompatible data types. Will he prevail? Kratos swings his blades, slicing through the confusion of the Chimera's form. Integrating data isn't easy, but he's determined. The stakes are high. The Chimera lunges, but Kratos blocks with skill. Each move he makes shows the necessity of a unified data system. The fight is intense and critical. With a final powerful strike, Kratos conquers the Chimera. His victory symbolizes the successful integration of all data sources. It's a triumphant moment. Standing over the fallen Chimera, Kratos proves that uniting diverse data into one system is possible. It's essential for a strong data strategy.
Yeah, it's only one left. I think we have also talked about data together, but the first it's developed indefinite data strategy that aligns your diverse data sources with your organizational goals. Next is use integration tools to streamline the process and ensure data consistency across the board, and finally regularly monitor integrations and effectiveness. And I think the last one.
Kratos stands tall on the mountain, gazing over a landscape filled with data symbols. His triumph after 12 challenges is clear, but his journey is far from done. Just like Kratos' epic battles, data governance needs constant effort. It's not a one-time win. It's a marathon that demands your focus every single day. Why does it matter? Because the digital landscape is always changing. New challenges pop up, and without vigilance, you could fall behind. Think you're done? Not even close. Just as Kratos faces new trials, you must adapt and overcome every new data hurdle that comes your way. Stay alert and be ready. With each new data challenge, you must prove your prowess again. It's a never-ending battle that needs your constant attention. Victory isn't a finish line, it's a series of ongoing wins. Like Kratos, you must keep pushing, evolving, and staying ahead in the data governance arena.
Yeah. It's my last slide. Data governance is not one and done deal. Yeah, it's more like laundry. It's never really ends. View data governance as a continuous process that needs constant attention and adaptation, and just like laundry, it's keep coming back. Regularly update governance policies to keep up with the latest tech regulations, because you won't want to wear the last season policies. And engage all stakeholders, and therefore data governance works best when everyone pitches in, like getting the whole family to do their part of the laundry. Okay, I know it's not working. I'm a dad.
I know. I love your analogies, from coffee to laundry to everything. It's amazing. This has been so good. It's so much fun. Thanks for putting it all together, man.
Mirko, you got to tell me how you did all this stuff, right? Like, this is just absolutely. Oh, you even have another one here.
It's the last one.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So I have overtake the time. So I think I'm sorry for this.
Yeah, dude, this is fantastic. A great session. You're more on brand than I am. So well done.
I was just thinking, Chris is going to grab photos for you. He's going to grab screenshots all the way through that. So,
right. I need a copy of that presentation. But that was absolutely great. I love the concept of all these different areas that we have to tackle and challenges that we have to do. Excellent job, Mirko.
Thank you.
As we wrap up, where's the best place for people to find you?
It's LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
I think it's my second. It's my second.
Yeah, you have like 67,000 followers of your group. So
wow.
That's not an insignificant community that you have created there. So congrats on that, dude.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
So
awesome.
Cool.
All right.
Well, we're going to wrap
think,
it up.
I think you just kind of left us floored with this whole thing, right? So, I mean, again, great job. Thank you.
Yeah.
A lot of good things in the chat.
Yeah. There was a really cool comment I like really much. It's worse. I have to scroll here from Enterprise. Kratos versus the 9 levels of Microsoft permission ecosystem hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was, I mean, just honestly, a fantastic presentation. Mirko, thank you so much for doing all of that. For my future guests, you don't have to go to that much length. I don't want to scare everyone else on the planet off. That was absolutely fantastic. I want to learn how you did those videos, because I would like to do more of those. So,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we'll see you guys in a couple weeks. And
thank you so much for getting the time here. And I hope it's was also enjoying the public over. They have some fun. That's what I say. It's my last words to say. It's also I think governance can make fun when you do it right.
Yeah.
It's spot on.
Definitely.
You guys all have a great weekend.
Bye. Have
Digital combines strategic industry insight and advanced technical expertise to uncover and solve your digital transformation challenges. If you're interested in learning more, check out our website at bakertilly.com/digital.